Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is your boy, Brother Kenneth Lewis. Uh, I shaved my head, so cut my beard. So let's get it. Now I want to come to you today. I want to come to you today because I've had to deal with some Roman Catholics, some Latin Catholics. It's been very difficult to explain myself with these Catholics because some of them don't listen. So, the commentary, this is the Orthodox Study Bible. The commentary in the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 18, verse 18 through 20. It's on page 1304 in the Orthodox Study Bible. Okay, this is how it reads. The authority to bind and loose sins is given to the apostles and is transmitted to the bishops and presbyters they ordained. This authority is given for the sake of the salvation of the sinner, seeing that he is not cast out of the church, but that the bond of his sin will remain in heaven, he may turn and become gentle. John Chrysostom. Okay, that was Matthew chapter 18. Matthew chapter 15. Hang on. Okay. Oh, I guess it's Matthew chapter. It's page 1299 in the Orthodox Study Bible. The commentary in there. It's the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 16, verse 18. The commentary, page 1299. Peter, rock, is a play on the word for rock in both Aramaic and Greek, Petros and Petra. This rock refers not to Peter per se, but to the faith of his confession. John Chrysostom. The true rock is Christ himself. 1 Corinthians 10:4. And the church is built on the faithful confession of Christ. Now, Acts 15, about the Council of Jerusalem. This is a refutation of the papacy, if you can tell of what I'm doing. This is a refutation of the papacy, the Papal Supremacy. Because I had a difficult time. I'm saying difficult because they were not listening to me at all. Even though I brought up Council of Florence. Why else would we have the Council of Florence if the Eastern Fathers actually taught or actually believed Papal Supremacy? Why would the Council of Florence have to come into play? You know? Even before that, they like to say, Chalcedon. Wait, you're saying Chalcedon, right? What about in between? We still did not believe in Papal Supremacy, that we had to have Council of Chalcedon? Wow. See, it's a continuing cycle. We never accepted Papal Supremacy. We never accepted it. The Eastern Orthodox Church never accepted the Pope as the supreme leader of our church. We believed Peter had primacy. Primacy is different from supremacy. Primacy just means that bishops looked up to that bishop, that particular bishop, which per se Peter was the first among equals. See, the Pope of Rome is regarded as the first among equals throughout the Orthodox history. But after the schism, Constantinople, the Patriarch of Constantinople, actually got that title first among equals. Okay, here it is. Okay, page 14, 1496, Acts chapter 15. Read the commentary there. I'll start with 15:629. This is the Apostolic Council in Jerusalem about AD 49, a president of tremendous importance for the government of the Church. The Orthodox Church is sometimes known as the Church of the Councils, for it continues the practice of solving disputes and coming to a consensus through councils. This council progresses through the stages of assembly, testimony, decision, and adoption. Okay, next line on the commentary. Peter gives his testimony after much dispute. He stresses how God has worked among the Gentiles, and then Paul and Barnabas do the same. The emphasis of all three apostles is that God has already shown them the answer, and he must not be opposed. Okay, the next one is very crucial for papal supremacy. Note that even though Peter is present, James, being Bishop of Jerusalem, presides, which means is given authority. He presides over the council. James does, not Peter. James does. At this council, see note at 12:17. He interprets the testimony in light of the scriptures and finds that Simon Peter's testimony is in agreement with the OT prophets. Thus, James makes his decision by recognizing the consensus of the apostles in light of the Holy Scriptures. When James declares, I judge, verse 19, he does not mean I think or in my opinion. Rather, he is making the final decision. Nevertheless, this verdict is not merely his own opinion, but a summary of the testimony of the council. See, it has nothing to do. And then the next page, go to the next page, 1497. The next commentary, it says, while James makes the definitive decision, it is not valid until it is adopted by not only the council but the whole church. This apostolic letter is an early form of church canon. See? James had the final decision, not Peter. James did. This refutes that the disciples actually looked to Peter as supreme over them. No, they did not. This isn't Acts. This is after the Pentecost and everything. Right here. It's ridiculous. See, if the Eastern Fathers actually accepted papal supremacy all throughout the early church, then why would we have Chalcedon? Why would we have Florence? Why would we have the Schism? Why would we have all these things if we accepted it this whole time throughout the church? We did not accept it. That's the point. We believe in papal primacy, that the bishops look up to Rome, but we do not believe that Rome is supreme over us. We do not believe that. That's not what the Orthodox Church teaches. That's not what the fathers even held. Otherwise, why would we have all these councils and still not regard the Pope as supreme over the church? Okay, a lot of people quote Pope Leo the First. We cannot go by one or two or three or four people and make a dogma out of it. It has to be accepted by the whole church. All the saints have to be in consensus of papal supremacy for us to accept it as a dogma. It does not work that way. We cannot accept it. And first of all, why would you even quote a pope? Of course a pope's gonna throw in papal supremacy. Come on, he's a pope. John Chrysostom did not hold to papal supremacy. St. Athanasius did not hold to papal supremacy. St. Maximus the Confessor did not hold to papal supremacy. Come on. Jeez. St. Ignatius says wherever the bishop is, there is the church. The bishop. not the Pope. It says the bishop. He always regarded as the bishop. It goes like this: the faithful, then the clergy, then the bishop, then God or Christ Himself. It does not say, oh, right here, there's the Pope. No, Saint Ignatius does not say that. He always regarded the bishop as the highest government in the church, and then God, right there. See, a lot of people like to misquote people, but you gotta study the early church history, and I've been doing it myself. And I was just wanting to throw out that commentary right there so you could use this, and just in case, because James actually did the final decision at the Council of Jerusalem, not Peter. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because, look, we cannot submit to the Pope. We must hold fast to the traditions of our faith and hold fast to the Orthodox faith. Now, if there was a reunification to Rome for us, we would have to, the Pope would have to reject papal supremacy, papal infallibility, and refute or recant the Roman Catholic doctrine or dogma, because it simply will not work with Orthodox theology or Orthodox doctrine. It will simply not work. And I urge all my Orthodox brothers and sisters, hold fast to your faith, not to the Roman Catholic faith. Please stop mixing the faith. Okay, there can only be one true faith. We can all agree on that. There can be only one true faith. Roman Catholics and Orthodox can agree there's only one true faith. The question is, they both believe that they have the faith. You can't mix the two. You can't do it. It does not work that way. It does not. I love you all. God bless you all. Have a good day. Glory to Jesus Christ.